Hello, my name is Tobechi Tobechukwu, and I'm here to tell you a story about the birth of B-Boy. B-Boy was a boy growing up in West Baltimore with no father, a destructive family, the violence of the streets, and the one thing he loved most, art. B-Boy was struggling every day to overcome the violence in his neighborhood. Art reminded him that all he needed to do was embrace peace and miss the violence, and the world would reveal a blank canvas waiting for him. Things were not so good for a B-Boy. If he did not get out soon, he would never get out. Baltimore, seeing B-Boy struggling without hope and nowhere to turn, transformed the violence in his community and his home into a mythical character called Violence. Violence was half light and half dark. The two of them created a very desperate and destructive companionship. B-Boy hated violence, but more than hating violence, he hated using violence. He soon grew to learn that knowing violence and using violence are two totally different things. Realizing this, he was able to break his hold from violence and leave the community where he first met violence. With little help, he was able to escape and travel the world creating art. Not only creating art, but meeting amazing people from different cultures. He even experienced places where there was no violence. Many years passed, and B-Boy returned to Baltimore, a place that he never imagined returning to. He started teaching art and photography at local schools in the neighborhood. Things were different, but still the same in many ways. He started using his experiences from travel to help heal and educate his community through art. B-Boy found peace through his art, his community, and his home. But he noticed that violence was still growing. In Baltimore, 316 dead. In New York, 515 dead. In Chicago, 433 dead. And Detroit, 334. Philadelphia, 324. Sad. One day in passing, the two met and had a long conversation about their past and their present. Violent admitted his dislike for using destructive forces, but he knew no other way. The world had never showed him another way to achieve success. B-Boy started documenting the violence in his community entitled the Genocide Moms Project, where he gave free portraits to mothers and fathers that lost their children to black-on-black violence. At that moment, B-Boy had a great idea. He reminded violence of his long-lost friend, Death, who would always take credit for his work, and Death could live forever. B-Boy said he would use art and remind the community to never forget the hard work that violence did in the community, and allowing violence memory to live forever. After hearing this, Violence was so amazed that he stopped the destruction, not only in Baltimore, but in other areas as well. Soon, the community came to learn the difference between knowing violence and using violence. Strange things have happened. Oh, should I say stranger things have happened, and strange things are happening in this strange place called Baltimore. I've even heard that the Ravens won the Super Bowl. I know, though, they got a little help from violence. No worries. I know that Ray Lewis has art and photography over for dinner often. I'm more than sure this is not the first or the last time we will hear of B-Boy. He continues to educate and spread art throughout the community, and we will hear from him again. Soon, but not yet. Not